All right, Shalom. Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all the praise and the glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Racha Kodash, which have given me the spirit and the strength to do this lesson. While I also want to give the honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone and Ruel and teach well through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Wa Shalom, Wa Barakim to the elect, beginning with the 144,000, which are scattered abroad and in every place, redeeming the time and ready to be saved. Shalom. All right, I'm gonna make this real quick. I got somewhere I gotta be. All right. But, Abaratazah is edifying. And pretty much, man, I want to go into this article right here, man. And it's published by Space News. All right. And it says Golden Dome. Who and what should it defend? And you know what? That's a question that it seemed like like a sarcastic question, man. Like they were being sarcastic. All right. I mean, if that was to come from the mouths of the prophets, we would be that would be us being sarcastic, right? Because like you said, who and what should it defend, right? Because as in the scriptures, matter of fact, because and you see the image right here when you go right here, you see this image, Salakia. You see this image, and what's illustrated right here, man. The missiles, all right, coming from the other side of the world to America, all right. And guess what? This is prophecy, man. All right. But they're America, they are they're planning to establish a hedge, all right. But that hedge, that hedge is not going to prosper, man. All right. So once again, it says a golden dome. Who and what shall it defend? That's right. Let me see. Let's get this in Joel. This is Joel chapter 2. And I could start at the first verse, but I want to get to the point because, like I said, I'm trying to make this quick. All right, it says because all of this is good, man, and it's majority of this is a dark saying. This is a parabolic, a chapter in Joel, man. Majority of it is in it would be in dark sayings, basically. All right. It says, it says, we can start at verse 6. It says, before their face, the people shall be much pained. Right. That's talking about those missiles, man. Those ICBMs. All right. There's gonna be a lot of them shot over here, man. And look, like, hey, in Revelation the 9th chapter, the apostle John, he heard an angel yell out the number of those horses, which are those missiles. And it was 200 million. All right. So when it says right here, before their face, the people shall be much pained, right? Just imagine that, you know? It said all faces shall gather blackness. That's right. The terror on their faces. Man. Golly. The terror on their faces, man. It said verse 7, they shall run like mighty men, right? Once again, this is dark sayings. It's talking about those missiles. It's not literally talking about mighty men. All right. It referring to how, you know, how fast damn, no, it's like it says it said before their face the people shall be much pain, all faces shall gather blackness, they shall run like mighty men, right? They shall climb the wall like men of war. And they shall march everyone on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. Talking about those missiles. It says, neither shall one thrust another. You see that? They shall walk everyone on his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. Right? And this sword is defense. Like a good example is that what's the word? The golden dome. All right. So back to this, it says golden dome, who and what shall it defend? The answer is nobody and damn sure not America. All right. It says on January 27, President Trump ordered the Pentagon to develop a reference architecture, capabilities-based requirements, and an implementation plan for the next generation missile defense shield, which inspired by Israel's Iron Dome. Right. See, you got Israel over there in our land. They have an Iron Dome, which is a missile defense. All right. Neither America or the land of Israel would be defended by those domes. All right. Slacking. Damn. Slacking. But yeah, this is. But yeah, like I was saying. Yeah, Israel and America, and you know what? They know what's gonna happen. And I'm talking about these elites. They know what's coming, man. That's why they're preparing. Uh, that's why they're trying their best to fortify America. All right. They don't want to lose that kingdom. They don't want to lose that what they have built. All right. But Yahweh Shai said that though they built, he gonna throw down. All right. You know, ain't no save in America. The scripture said there's no remedy for it. All right. Matter of fact, scripture come to mind. Let's see. This is a good one, so we are witnessing this one. This is good. And it says, and now, Hosea 2:10, and now will I discover her lewdness in the sight of her lovers. Right. This is talking about Babylon. Alright. It's not Israel, but it's twofold. It's also talking about America. Alright. That her is you can refer to the great whore. And her lovers are these other nations. Alright. It says, and now will I discover her lewdness in the sight of her lovers. Whew. And none shall deliver her out of my hand. You see? And none shall deliver her out of my hand. Alright? Nothing or no one is going to deliver America. Alright? Nothing or no one is going to save Babylon the Great. You see? So, was I going back here? Now this shit out. Yeah. So it says, on January 27th, President Trump ordered the Pentagon to develop a reference architecture capabilities-based requirements and an implementation plan for the next generation missile defense shield, which, inspired by Israel's Iron Dome, came to be known as the Golden Dome. On March 28, the Pentagon blew past the White House imposed deadline. This shouldn't be surprising. At a minimum, the report must include plans to defend the United States against ballistic, hypersonic, advanced cruise missiles and other next-generation aerial attacks from near-peer or rogue adversaries. The White House then ordered that this report serve as the basis of a follow-on report on how best to provide theater defenses for U.S. bases and allies overseas from missile attacks. Right. So, you can go and read the rest of this article on your own. But, this is what they got, set up. But it's not going to prosper. Alright? It will not prosper. So, yeah, like I said, I won't make this too long. Hope it was edifying. Till next time,